About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. It's a gain of 34. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Ryan, and that'll be hauled in by the tight end. It's Hooper for the Falcon touchdown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass as they are now on the board here in the first half. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A big run there, 29 yards and a first. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They run it with Jacobs. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Hey, 7:34.
Now on 2nd and 13, Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Now Carr. It's caught. Jones. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 24-yard line. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Carr gives it off to Washington. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, Washington. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
Carlson on for the PAT. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Freeman. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. They'll run it. Freeman. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Ryan. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected, but a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. Hey, they didn't see that coming at all.
Check 9, check 9. Sit.
Carr now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. They were trying to get it to DeAndre Washington. And it's 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
7:34. Deuce right, Chief. Hey, Mike 52.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This from 42 yards out. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep.
Here we go. Here we go.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. Look at the spin. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Ryan gets it to his tight end, Hooper. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 18. Ryan now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Ryan, and that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley there to make the grab. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Ryan. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Gets around him, stays on his feet. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play. Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On second down, it's Washington. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Check. Express. Where's 52? Watch 52.
Once again, it's Jacobs. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a third down and about 9 to go. Throwing his car on third down. Able to find Waller. That's complete. They'll get 34 yards there.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Carr on the give. It's Washington. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Right back to Washington. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 26.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you're worried about the clock. It's throughout the game.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. DeAndre Washington, 26 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. So they went to the ground game on third, hoping to pick up the first. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having to pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, third down. They don't care that it's third and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up because I haven't met an offensive lineman yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They run. Devontae Freeman. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
59, ready. 30. 15, check back 15. Check tight end. Gun. 50.
Now Ryan on first down. He goes underneath to Freeman. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. He's going to air one out. It's caught at the 10. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards. Here's Ryan to throw. Complete to Jones. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. On 2nd down now, it's Freeman. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run, and the Falcons cut into that lead.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
Now Ryan leading the Falcons up to go for 2.
Sponge. Hey, check.
From the gun, it's Ryan. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
On first down, Washington. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. DeAndre Washington His second touchdown of the night. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Now Ryan looking deep for Julio. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off inside the 5.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Staying on the ground with Washington. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. He'll find his running back. It's Jalen Richard. And a big 32-yard play on third. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Running it, Washington. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4, Carr. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 33. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. They run with Washington. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
It's a gain of 8, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. On 2nd down, it's Washington. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Washington. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll go for it. It's Carr. That's to his running back, complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because it certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
I'm going to forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Carr going to throw here. Flushed out right. That's complete to Richard, the running back. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. Looking downfield for Jones. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders are winners here as we say so long from Oakland.